What a year it's been for the Lady Mocs of Chattanooga, and it's Appalachian State looking to end what has been a storybook ride. The Lady Mocs have won 17 straight. They have lost just 3 times all year. Mountaineers no slouch themselves. A 20-win season, lost just 9 times, and a lob down low for Anna Freeman, who's tied up, last touch by Chattanooga.
You're going to see a lot of that high-low from Appalachian State. They do have a similar size matchup as Chattanooga, and Anna Freeman is going to be one of those go-to on the inside.
Just 4 seconds to shoot. Bria Huffman has to hoist one up, and it'll be a shot clock violation on the opening possession of the game for Appalachian State and Darcy Vincent. Her 5th year with the Mountaineers, at one point was back-to-back Southern Conference Coach of the Year. How about the keys for Darcy Vincent?
Well, Darcy Vincent's team's going to need to take those high percentage shots, which means getting the ball to those post players, looking for the interior before they look for the exterior shot.
Speaking of the interior, one of the best post players in the league starts the scoring, Ashlyn Dewart.
Ashlyn Dewart is a tough matchup for anybody in the league because of her size on the inside, but it's also her agility. She has great foot speed, and she knows how to find the rim when she gets the ball within the paint.
Bria Huffman again, and now Courtney Freeman. Courtney took an extra step, back-to-back turnovers for the Mountaineers, something that'll certainly please this year's Southern Conference Coach of the Year. 6th time Wes Moore has earned the honor. This now his 15th season with the Lady Mocs. How about his keys?
Well, Wes Moore's team needs to get to the free throw line. They do well when they can convert, and it's a matter of putting the ball on the deck and taking it to the hole.
Entry pass for Taylor Hall, deflected and taken away by Kelsey Sharkey, 3rd in the league, averaging 2.5 steals a game.
There you see Chattanooga in that stingy man-to-man defense. They did get a turnover, turned it right back over. Kylie Lambert couldn't quite handle it, trying to get through traffic.
Raven Gary eventually finds a little bit of space. She ties the game from the free throw line.
Raven Gary's played well in the previous games against Chattanooga. She uses the high ball screen, and when the defense went below, she just came inside the arc and pulled up for that easy jumper.
Here's Lambert getting lost at the three-point line, following her own shot and deflecting it down there to Dewart, and it's Sharkey who gets her hands on one again.
Sharkey also good on the interior. She's 10th all-time at Southern Conference in rebounds and steals, so she's going to get her hand on some and certainly works hard on the boards. Mariah Sidnor, the sophomore for Appalachian State, number 24. Last year, 40 points in the conference tournament, 30 of them against this Chattanooga team in the semifinals.
Another 3 try for Kylie Lambert. She connects this time. It's her 20th of the year. A lot of different players can hit the 3 for Chattanooga, none more so than her teammate, Caleb Christopher, who you've already touched on.
And that is the 430th consecutive game for Chattanooga with a made 3-pointer. Probably an unofficial national stat of top 10 in the country.
Bria Huffman being very aggressive here in the outset.
Bria Huffman, the freshman, getting some starts here in the tournament. And there's Kayla Christopher. As she put it on the deck, she will put this team on her back if she has to try to get Chattanooga into the finals.
Now it's Raven Gary. Interesting that the guards of Huffman and Gary are the ones really taking the majority of the shots in the opening 3 minutes and change, and not the likes of Anna Freeman and Courtney Freeman and Mariah Sidnor.
Well, in a scouting report, you would say that those were the 3 that you would key on defensively, and that's just the case. So those guards for Appalachian State are going to have to score in order to open up the inside, in order to open up the big 3 for some shots.
Here's Courtney Freeman coming in now for Sidnor. This will stay with Chattanooga. There's 12 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be the junior out of Memphis, Alex Black, and a couple of extra passes down to another Tennessee native, Taylor Hall, who rims out the jump shot.
Taylor Hall is the forward player. Normally can hit that shot, maybe a little flat on the first shot of the game for her, but she also has range. She can step back behind the arc. Good patience by Chattanooga to move the ball.
Huffman continues to be aggressive, and she's got 4.
Well, there's obviously a reason that Darcy Vincent inserted her into the starting lineup of late, and that's because of her aggressiveness and looking for her shot. She certainly hasn't been afraid to take it.
Averages 7 minutes a game through the duration of the entire season.
Anna Freeman trying to create, putting the ball on the floor on the baseline, gets too far under the basket, and that forces yet another turnover. And again, turnovers can be a factor for Appalachian State. As many as they force, almost 22 a game, they've turned it over that many of late.
Freeman came back with the block. Sharkey with the second block of the possession. And it'll be Appalachian State ball. The offense may not have been crisp, but Appalachian State's defense is keeping them in the game. So is the start for Bria Huffman. They're down by 1. Here at the U.S. Cellular Center, the first of 2 semifinals on the women's side. And for more on the top seed Lady Mocs of Chattanooga, we bring in the third member of our crew, Dean Keener.
Darren, Robin, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you this afternoon. While Chattanooga's 17-game winning streak is well documented, let's not forget they opened the season by beating then 20th ranked Tennessee. Later they defeated SEC foe Alabama. I think it's safe to assume the program remains in good hands with Wes Moore at the helm.
Yeah, and they're back on top of the league where Wes and the Lady Mocs fans would really believe they should always be. They won 11 straight championships at one point. Now 12 in the last 14 years, only losing once in the regular season. Anna Freeman rims off her first 3-point attempts.
And talking about Wes Moore and the dynasty that he's built here at Chattanooga, his fans do expect them to be at the top, and consequently they have a great following. They have a huge home attendance, and I'd say a good majority of fans here today are from the city of Chattanooga.
6 seconds to shoot. Taylor Hall forced to operate on the perimeter here. And now Alex Black will create with the left hands.
Good defensive stand by Appalachian State, and that's one of the things that they do well is put on some defensive pressure, and the reason for that is they change their defenses. You'll see a lot of quote-unquote junk defenses from Darcy Vincent. We'll see a triangle and 2. We'll see some box and 1, standard man-to-man, 2-3, and that's what keeps offensive teams on their heels, is reading the defensive changes.
First foul here on Anna Freeman. Second all-time leading scorer in Appalachian State history. 2-time all-conference performer. She was the media player of the year last year, all-conference this year. And here's Lambert getting fouled, working into Kelsey Sharkey and Katie Mallow, who had just come off the bench. It'll be Sharkey whistle for the foul.
Kylie Lambert, a very heady player. And we saw that she could take the perimeter shot. She's put up shots from long range, but she'll also put the ball on the floor and draw those defenders, drawing those fouls.
Those numbers may be a little bit down for Lambert because she's battled shin splints this year. You can see she's got wraps on both of her legs.
And that is very painful. It's hard to go through practice day to day. There's a lot of pre-game and post-game treatment for shin splints in terms of icing and whirlpools, and it's just the only way to recover is rest, and you certainly can't rest when you're in the middle of the conference part of the season.
You can treat it all you want with the whirlpools and the ice, but
yeah, it's going to come from whenever the season ends.
Raven Gary breaks down Black, but she's able to get a hand on it. It'll go over to the Lady Mocs.
I like the matchup between Alex Black and Raven Gary. Those two very good guards that like to put the ball on the floor. They're not afraid to attack the rim. Raven Gary's going to have to be a scorer in this game as well.
She's got 2. Huffman has 4. The big 3 for the Mountaineers have not scored. Kayla Christopher again steps inside the arc and hits her second mid-range jump shot.
Appalachian State defenders are getting lost at the top. They're switching around a little bit or trying to stay within their zones in this somewhat junk defense. And Kayla Christopher read it perfectly to get inside the lane.
Courtney Freeman gets on the board, the first of the big three to do that. She had 11 points in yesterday's win over the College of Charleston. But on the other end, we've got a foul on Anna Freeman. It's the second foul on Freeman less than 7 minutes into the game.
Courtney Freeman does a great job of positioning right below a defender, but sliding up the lane as the ball's dribbled baseline. But Anna Freeman picking up those 2 fouls very early in this half does not bode well for Darcy Vincent and Appalachian State. Darcy trying to plead her case. That one perhaps a little out of position. We know Anna Freeman's a great shot blocker, but she kind of got on the back side of that.
You know what's interesting? The Lady Mocs are by far the deepest team in the Southern Conference. More than 7 minutes in, they have stuck with their starting 5 here.
It's just such a tenacious squad, their starting 5. And you're looking at 2 seniors, 3 juniors. That's really the group you want out there. But Courtney Freeman stepping up, trying to keep her team close. And doing just that. Those are 2 great shots back-to-back by Courtney Freeman. This Appalachian State team, certainly not a team that's going to go away.
You know, and there's still something to prove for Appalachian State. This senior group has accomplished so much, but what they haven't accomplished is an NCAA tournament berth. There's Courtney on the other end pulling down the rebound. I mean, they've been in a championship game the last 2 years and lost. Now 4 20-win seasons. Just can't get over that hump. Courtney Freeman has 6 straight for the Mountaineers.
Courtney Freeman stepping up as you want one of your seniors to do. She was pretty flat in yesterday's game against the College of Charleston, but here, becoming a weapon in the offensive end.
And she has tied the game. Appalachian State still in search of its first lead, however.